is James Skidmore. I'm a longtime resident of Patchogue. I'm also part of the managers team at the Brickhouse Brewery, and I'm also the present chair for the Alive After 5. I'd like to talk a little bit about what we got going on for the Alive After 5, because we're really starting to change a little bit of the tone, and we'd like to sharpen the image of the event as well as sharpen the image of Patchogue. I have an incredible committee right now that's just, I can't say more enough, it's fantastic. We have about 25 people on the committee. Half of those people are in their 20s. Their first time being involved in the community, plus they see the worth of the event, and they want to invest their time with the community. We've come up with some great ideas. We started with the logo design. We figured if we're going to change the whole tone of the event, we need to sharpen up the logos and everything else. So this is what we started with. This is a young company called Creative Collaborations, who are now new members of the Chamber of Commerce. Again, all in their 20s. This is their startup, and they've actually written us a proposal, and this is their first opportunity out as business people, and they're also involved with the Alive After 5. Their enthusiasm is fantastic, and they've come up with some great ideas, and we're thinking about theming the events as well. Some of the ideas for the themes, we may not theme all of them, but we're thinking about theming some of them. Some of the things was a celebration of women in the arts, a celebration of ethnic diversity. We even thought of fun things, some masquerades, a little bit of reggae as well, something that we can all join in this community, a little dancing in the streets, and some good times. What's nice also with our new community is that they really want to be involved with the future of the community. And the fact that we can hand over this committee to a bunch of young people that are enthusiastic about the future of this community, to me is a magnificent situation. And I'm very happy to be a part of it. For those who have shunned the event in the past, this year I want you to be there and see some of the changes. It may be a little bit subtle this year, and we're not going to take massive steps, but I see this event in the next 4 or 5 years to be something that we're going to attract quite a few people into our community to share with the arts and walk away with a cultural experience from Patchogue. So we kind of want the event to mirror all the happenings that are going on in the village of Patchogue. I think it's a worthy situation. And I just want to give you a little idea of who's involved right now. Also, most of the people that have joined the committee are artists, are musicians. I spoke to Timothy Miller this afternoon. He's a blacksmith. He's done some of the repairs on the Lakeview Cemetery. I think he did some of the work at the public house in the past too. He would like to gather maybe 5 of the best regional blacksmith artists to do a demonstration on the street. And at the end of these 4 events, he'd like to hand over that artwork to the village as a gift. And now this is just one idea, and there's so many of them. If anyone has been fortunate enough to go to some of the European events, it's a mixture of a cultural experience as well as somewhat of a circus atmosphere. I'd like to bring this to Alive After 5. Instead of talking about the Alive After 5 as something of the past, I'd like you to see what we can do for the future of the event and for the community. Since I'm also one of the managers over the Brickhouse, I'd also like to mention something about the extra half hour. It's very important, that extra half hour, because we actually invest a lot of money, a lot of time for the event. And if we don't get something that's financially feasible, it's hard for us to support the event. And we want to support the event. We want to be part of the community. We want to build community through commerce. And I mean, there's no question that the Brickhouse does quite a bit, but so does everybody else that's on Main Street. And we'd really appreciate if you could extend us that courtesy to allow us to prove ourselves. We weren't given that courtesy when it moved to Thursday night. We were told, all I wanted was to do the same thing that was allowed on Friday to be done on Thursday. We weren't given that opportunity. Please allow us that opportunity, and I hope that you enjoy the changes. It's going to be a fantastic situation, and I hope that you join us this year. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Turning on your agenda, this was part of it as well. Jimmy, do you want to just, we could, first of all, does anybody have any questions for Jimmy? Thank you very much. I like the time.
Thank you. It's my spaghetti time.
That's why I have spaghetti. If you have questions for
So the extension means that the music stops at 9:15, correct? no later than 9:15?
Well, we haven't worked on any of the details, but yes, we would close. But we really, the idea is if we had that half an hour to actually, to serve alcohol.
Yeah, my concern is the music. Is it going to stop at 9:15?
We can stop it at 9:15 if that's what's going to extend us a half hour to sell some alcohol, to make it financially feasible. Now, and I know this half hour thing doesn't seem like a lot, but it absolutely is a lot. We have a very small avenue to make some money. This isn't the Friday night fiasco that was going on a few years ago. People are going home at 10 o'clock, they're not emptying out into the streets. So yes, we can stop the music at 9:15.
Well, I appreciate you coming down, Jim. When we had the restaurant committee meeting at the Harbor Crab, it was your ideas that really spurred me to resurrect the conversation and bring it back to the mayor and the board to just see if there's a way to make a compromise here, to make it feasible and doable for everybody. You know, I still have concerns about security and things like that, but you know, the chamber does make a huge investment in staffing the event, and I'm very excited about what this event will be, like you said, in the future. You know, we know what it's done for the community in the past. It's created a very festive, recreational downtown, and it's become part of our identity as a community. So I, for one, would like to see the event continue to transform itself into a more family-oriented event, and I think getting the arts involved is a huge step in that direction. It's, you know, we're becoming a much more artistic community, and it would be great to have a thematic event where it's a few years ago, well, many years ago now, we had an art gallery show on Main Street. I'd love to see something like that again, and maybe have it be part of Alive at the 5. So it's just not restaurants and bars that are participating, but the local artisans of our community. Tim Miller is a great guy, I know him. It would be good to have him involved. So.
Thank you. He also just purchased a house here right in the village, so he's very excited to be part of the community. There's a lot of other ideas too that, and actually while we have the event, we can actually beautify the community as well. There's a lot of vacant, the alleyways that are, you know, they're just completely white. We were thinking that maybe we could serve maybe the square footage of each and to have them paint a little bit, and then we can have a grand tapestry as well. Something that's interactive for the children as well as the adults. There's many ideas, and of course there's a lot of logistics we have to work out and see what works and what not. But this is the type of tone that we have in every meeting. And if you want to see something enthusiastic, you want to see something fun, come down to one of the meetings and see what goes on. The energy is great. I leave there feeling refreshed and just you know, invigorated. And I think there's we can do quite a bit with this event. And I think this is the event that we can actually attract a lot of people from outside of other communities, and this could be the shining star of what we do. And then we may be able to have a hotel that, because people are going to want to stay for the events. We have so many things to offer. Let's use something that we only have, something that has a great foundation. Let's build upon it, and let's make it work for our community.
The comments by the board?
I love the new logos.
Thank you.
And you said the logos were designed by people who are on?
On the committee, and also on top of it became members of the Chamber of Commerce.
That's great.
And there are 3 people, and all of them are about 25 years old. So this is their first business venture. And you know, they live in the community as well. They live here in Patchogue. They want to be a part of the future, and I think it's a great opportunity for them, and it's a great opportunity for us.
Well, it looks very nice.
Thank you.
I like the ideas as far as changing, and I think it started last year, you know, changing the vibe a bit.
Oh,
just by
absolutely.
changing it to Thursday night. So I can understand, I wasn't here for the first vote, but I can understand the need to at least have the music till 9:15, just a little bit of extra time. And I would say that if we go to 9:30, if the rest of the board would like to approve that we can always step back if there's an incident or some reason to feel after the first or second that it's not working.
Absolutely, and we just would like to have that opportunity. And I think if we can prove ourselves in the first one, we can revisit that later. I mean, if we find it's not something that works out. And then we're here to still make the event work for the community as well.
Well, you know, with the new attitude that I'm feeling from everybody, I don't have an objection to extending the music to 9:15, you know, having everything off the street at 9:30.
Thank you.
Any other comment by the board, Chair? Motion?
Yeah, I think it's a good compromise, Mr. Mayor, and, you know, it's something that I'm sure it'll be successful. It's just, you know, we all are concerned about the safety of the community, number one. You know, we're all on the same page. You are, we are, you know, we're all pulling the oars in the same direction on that. But the initial request of 10 o'clock, I think, was a little bit much for everybody to agree upon. But I think a 9:30 time is a good compromise. So, you know, I'd like to put that in the form of a motion, Mr. Mayor, where music would end at 9:15, and their service would end at 9:30.
Motion from trustee Green, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you for your work. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Make sure I catch you offline. You know about the Stodinger Arch?
I'm sorry?
The Stodinger Arch?
No.
Something blacksmiths do.
Okay. Well, maybe that's something I can learn about at the event.
Education committee.
Yes. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.